Hi, it's Dawn Marie Oresco, and welcome to my home. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about a subject that I believe we have all faced in our lives as adults, and that subject is change. And the saying, changes in the air, is very true right now for my husband and I. And I don't know about you guys, but we are facing many life choices right now that will affect our destinies and our future. And we can't avoid it. Change is unavoidable. Change is inevitable. And sometimes in the face of change, we try to look for other options to avoid change, to stay the same, because staying in the safety zone and in the place that's familiar feels right, feels good, and feels predictable. And sometimes being predictable is safe and clear and sweet, and change is scary, and the unknown is scary. It's just you can't predict what's going to happen, and you don't know what the future holds, but you know that you can't avoid the change ahead. You just can't avoid it. There's no way around it. For Lou and I, we are facing some situations right now in our lives that we've never had to face before. It's a new season in our lives, and it's exciting, and it's going to be a great ride together, but we don't know what's around the corner. You know, when you're in a car and you're driving on that curve and you can't see ahead, that drives me crazy. I don't like that feeling. I don't like being behind a tractor trailer and I don't know what's up ahead. And I'm kind of at the mercy of just that big wall in front of me and just those big bright red lights that are on. And I kind of have to fall into a momentum with this car and for this truck in front of me. And, you know, I'm not sure what's ahead. I kind of want to look around and see what's there. I like to know where I'm going, what's ahead, what my map is, my compass. I like to know, my destiny and what's going to happen next Tuesday at 3 o'clock. I'm a planner to a fault. I want to know exactly what I'm doing tomorrow, in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And I married a person who is very spontaneous and faith. He's a person of faith, and he doesn't need to know the answers, and I need to know the answers. So sometimes together we trip up. He's just like, just relax, it's going to be fine. And I'm like, no, it's not going to be fine. It's not going to be fine. I need to know exactly what we're doing. And he'll say to me, sometimes you don't know exactly what's going on. Sometimes we're not going to have the exact answers. Sometimes change is going to be what it's meant to be, and it's going to unfold as it's going to unfold. Change is inevitable. I don't like it. I don't like change. I like consistency. I like balance. I like harmony. I like peace. I like continuity. I like flexibility. I like spontaneity and music and art and stuff like that. But in my life, no. It's not fun. It's scary to me. And I want to talk to those of you today who might be in the face of change, and you know that you're in change, but you don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know what's going to happen in the face of change, but you know change is coming. How do you handle that? What do you do with that? What do you think about? What are you fearful of? What makes you press on to the next day, knowing that you're not sure what tomorrow holds? What makes you keep moving forward in the unknown? It's got to be faith. It's got to be faith. Faith holds us together, keeps us moving and moving forward and transitioning and knowing that there's some type of hope in front of us. We don't know what the hope is. We don't know what is going to happen, but we know that Jesus has it all in control. And that is the hope that we long for, knowing that we don't know, but he knows. And I want to speak to you this evening about the hope in the change. Be at peace. Just rest in the unknown. I don't have the answers. You don't have the answers. But the Holy Spirit knows. And the Holy Spirit will guide us to all truth. And that's satisfying. That's peaceful. My husband and I had our house for sale in 2012. And many of you know this because I've shared my story many times, because I find healing in sharing my stories. I'm an extrovert and I talk to a lot of people about my personal life, and I like to hear what other people have to say. That's just how I'm built. It's how I'm made. And we had our house listed in 2012. And a lot of you know that it fell through 5 times. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. 5 times my house sold, and 5 times it fell through. And the last time that it fell through was very symbolic, because when it fell through, I knew that we were going to go back to our hometown, which is where we are right now. And I knew we were going to face change and things were going to be different. And it was humbling. And even though I had all these plans and this whole agenda, and I had all my ideals, and I had everything set before me of everything that we were going to do in our other home, it backfired. And now I was faced with this new thinking order, with this new strategy, with this new way of living. Not returning home begrudgingly, because I do love where I live, but returning home with a new game plan, returning home with a new focus. And because we had the second home, we had to take on second jobs, my husband and I. And we both decided that the course we were going to take was to become substitute teachers. So we both got our certifications. And this was just last year, 2015, year and a half ago, actually. And we did it in faith. We did it knowing that we needed to do this for a season, because something was happening, something was changing, and we weren't quite sure what it was, but we knew change was happening. And we followed this peace inside of our heart that just kept us moving forward, And we got these certifications, and we became substitute teachers. And my husband found his home in one school district, and I found my home in another school district. And we love our current positions where we are. God led us there divinely to these districts, and we just love the environment. We love the people. We love the way that it's worked out for us. We love the kids, obviously. And he's happy where he is, and I'm happy where I am. Did I see myself being a substitute teacher before now? No, not at all. This wasn't even a dream of mine to teach, but it's something that has come upon us, and it's something that we embrace now in the change. And as we embark on this new chapter of our lives, this next chapter of our lives, we are looking at it head on, knowing that God is in the middle of everything, and that change is inevitable, but that we're trusting the Lord to help us, to bring us through to the next season of our lives. And we're not afraid. We're faithful. We're hopeful. It's scary. We're nervous a little bit, but we have no fear. There's no fear in the spirit of peace, in the spirit of God. He brings us through to that place of peace. So I encourage you this evening to embrace your change, embrace your unknown, and know that God has designed you and created you and brought you to this destiny and brought you to this place for His purpose and His reason. And whatever you face in your season, know that you're not alone. Know that you don't have to be confused or overwhelmed. Just exhale and breathe through the Spirit, and let the Spirit guide you, and trust Him. Trust Him in the change. Trust Him in this opportunity to move forward with His destiny and His plan for your life. And don't be afraid. Just exhale. Send a little prayer up to heaven. Let Jesus be your comforter and your guide. And jump. God bless you.